Hi, my name is Steve Homke. I'm the manager of the Denver office of DVD Your Memories. Today what we're going to be talking about is repairing video cassette tapes. Repair is needed when the tape is either broken or if the tape is wrinkled in use, usually from getting stuck in a VHS recorder. Some of the tools that are needed to repair video cassette tapes are common with no matter what type you need, what type of tape you're repairing. First, standard everyday Scotch tape. Next, a Phillips head screwdriver of the correct size. The next item is going to be a common everyday razor blade. Another item you need is a pair of scissors. Now, let's get into the repair. First off, if you look on the back of the cassette, a lot of cassettes, actually the majority of cassettes, have a label right across the back seam. That label is going to keep you from opening the cassette. That's where you want to use your razor blade. Just get it right onto the little notch, drag it right across the label, keeping it in the notch all the way across. Next, you have your 5 screws. When you remove your screws, it doesn't matter what order they're in. So just remove them in any order that you want. Put the screws down someplace where they are not going to get knocked onto the floor. They are small, they are usually black in color, they are difficult to find in the carpet. Once you get all of the screws out of your tape, you need to be extremely careful. If you pull the tape apart at this point, it's going to be very easy for everything to fall out. You could lose parts, it could damage the tape even more. It's very unlikely that if that happens, you will ever get it put back together correctly. In order to open the tape case now, what you want to do, once again, push in on the little release lever on the cover. Flip the cover up. Carefully, while holding the cover open, turn the tape over so that it's sitting on the tabletop so it's firm and safe. Carefully lift the tape apart. And now, with the cover right here, you have a little spring in here. On the cover right here, you have a little spring. You want to be sure that does not come out. Carefully set that down. It's okay if the cover closes at this point. Now, if you look right here, you have a little roller that came out. That's common. That can happen very easily. What you want to do is just simply very carefully look at the tape and put the roller back right where it belongs. You don't want to do anything here to take anything apart. Leave everything as it goes. Now, if you look at this point here, this is the tape guide. That's where the tape goes. There is a little flap right here. The tape goes between this flap and this little capstan right here. You just simply lightly pull that back, put the tape right in there. On the other side here, very important, when you look at this, you pull the tape out just like you did on the other side. However, on this side, you have 2 little rollers. You want the tape to go right between those 2 little rollers. Every VHS tape is built basically the same way. You need some extra tape so you can actually do the repair. If you look at this, that's locked. It's not going to turn at all. Very carefully with your hand right here, if you pull back, pull towards you with your finger on these little catches, you can now turn the tape. It's best if you just grab the tape and pull some extra out on both sides, and then carefully and gently release the tape. When you cut out the bad section, if this section right here was all just wrinkled up from a machine, like something similar to this, you don't want to put that back in the machine. That can cause damage. Just simply cut the bad section out. If you lay the 2 pieces of tape directly across each other, get them so they are as perfectly aligned as you can get them. Hold them apart with your fingers, making sure that the alignment on both sides is as close as you can get it, with the tape overlapping so there's no excess on the top or bottom of the tape on either side. So everything is perfectly aligned. Then you take your scissors This is why it's very important to have sharp, clean cutting scissors. You just simply cut it at about a 30 to 45 degree angle. It's not critical as to what the angle actually is. So you just cut it, you get rid of the 2 extra pieces that you just cut off. Now, as you look at the tape, the 2 pieces line up perfectly. As you look at the tape, also note that there are 2 sides on the tape. One, the real shiny side, that's the side that goes against the video head. The other side is going to be dull as compared to the first side. That is the emulsion side. That's the side that does not contact the video head itself. The video head records through the plastic or mylar part onto the emulsion. Take your Scotch tape and just simply cut a piece that is going to be larger than the tape itself. Very carefully take your first piece and about halfway into the Scotch tape, just lay it down. And then tack it with your fingers very carefully, not touching the part that's going to go on the videotape on the other side. Now you take the videotape on the other side, once again being sure that you're taping the side that goes away from the video heads, or the dull side is going to be down against the tape, the shiny side is going to be up facing you as you put this on. The easiest way I've found to do this right here is if you overlap it, line up the angles, carefully pull it out until you're at the very end, and then just let it lay down on its own. Using your scissors, once again, right on the edge of the splice, cut off the excess. And then do the same thing on the other side. I find it easier if I just flip the tape around because I am right-handed. Make sure that you don't have any Scotch tape hanging over the side. Now we're almost finished. You notice the tape is loose right here. Very carefully rewind the tape back into the case until it's snug but not tight. Everything here is now completed. We're ready to put the cover back on. Take the video cassette, lift the cover so that it's up. Look, make sure your spring is in the correct position. Make sure your cover is not being obstructed by anything. Turn it and just gently place it back on in the correct orientation. Release the lid, holding both halves together, flip it over and lay it back down. We're now ready to put the screws back in the case. Remember, there are a total of 5 screws. When you repair a videotape, it's not critical that it be 100% perfect because a videotape repair is a temporary repair. When you repair a videotape, it's very important that you re-record the media, either convert it to digital and burn it onto a DVD, such as we do at DVD or Memories, or record it onto another VHS tape using another machine. That covers it for repairing a video cassette tape. Thank you for paying attention and have a great day.